Right. Now we can get started.
Well, wouldn't you just know it? If it's not one thing, it's another. Nelson's pump was always giving me problems.
I'll take care of it. Right. This shouldn't take too long. Done. No sweat.
Nice one. Finally, we can get started. Have you been able to find the missing parts?
Daddy, I'm so sorry. I wanted to finish fixing it. I wanted to have something to remember you by. But I've been so busy running the shop, and then I got sick, and I don't think I'm going to live long enough to be able to do it.
Hey, now, none of that. It's all right. You've been dealt a horrible hand. Worse than most. And you've been so strong through it all. An old car isn't worth your life, kiddo.
I just feel like I'm failing you. I'm so sorry.
Failing me? Amelia Grace Wellard, you stop that nonsense right now. You've already done more with the rebels than I ever did. It's gonna change the world. You've got too much left to live for. Too many people depend on you. You can't give up here.
Okay, I know you're right. I think I just needed to hear someone say it. Thank you, Daddy.
I'm your dad. It's what I do.
It was great seeing you again. I love you.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Get everything sorted?
I think so, yes.
Great. Time to send you back.
Thanks for all your help, Clem. I'm sorry about...
Don't you worry about that, Amy. I went out helping the rebels. Couldn't have asked for much more than that. Now you get yourself back, and you do your part. I know everything will turn out fine.
That was intense, but I only have more questions. I've got to find the Reaper. Only he has the answers. Wait a minute. Where did you come from? Okay, you've obviously brought me something. Let's have it.
Welcome back. I hope you were successful in your communion with the Reaper.
Well, did you have the vision?
I did. It was certainly something.
Wonderful. I won't ask any more. Each person's vision is unique and private, but I hope it gave you the guidance you were seeking.
Oh, it did. Believe me. Have a good day.
May death come to you swiftly, fellow seeker.
Hi, Nelson.
Amy, you shouldn't stick around too long. The guards have been looking for you. Be careful, Amy.
Nelson, does this mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. That page is from one of my art books. There was a young lady here several years ago who was reading it, and when she got to that page, she became very upset and tore it out. Ran off, screaming about the Reaper. It was very odd.
The Reaper?
Yes, I think she said something about having seen him. As I said, it was many years ago. It's difficult to remember.
That's fine. Thanks for the information. Hey, Jess? Does this mean anything to you?
Where did you get that?
Raven brought it to me. I know that sounds ridiculous, but...
No, not at all. That painting, it's what started all of this. This is clearly a sign from the Reaper.
I'm not quite following here.
18 years ago, I was keeping my friend Wilson company while he was on a lottery job for Tiberius. He had been sent to fix a water pump, and the ruins of the building it was in had a copy of that painting. When he had finished the job, I asked him to get it for me, and...
And?
Apparently, Wilson had green lung, but hadn't told me. He said he was getting the vaccine for his sister. I saw a raven right before Wilson collapsed. The Reaper appeared shortly after. He came to claim Wilson's soul. That's when I had my epiphany.
Where did this all happen?
It was in Sector 67, in a collapsed building next to a parking lot.
Huh. It's a long shot, but it might be worth investigating.
I can only hope the Reaper visits you so you may find peace.
Yeah, thanks. Doesn't look like he's been here that long. Poor guy. This is still in really good condition. It might be worth having. There she is, Lady Twiner. There are a couple of weird bulges here, as though there was something hidden behind the eyes. This can't be a coincidence. Someone is leaving me a trail. This symbol looks familiar. Where have I seen it before? Fits perfectly. What was that noise? Most of the text is faded, but I can make out the words McNulty Hatch Corp at the bottom. There's a little plaque on it that says McNulty Hatch Corp. It's sealed tight. I won't be able to open it like this. I think I heard something coming from the next car.
Hold it right there. Keep your hands where I can see them and don't make any sudden moves. Now who are you and what are you doing on my train?
My name's Amy. I was just looking for something.
A likely story. You can't fool me. I know a scavenger when I see one. Lucky for you, I'm not in the mood to clean up any messes today. I'll let you see yourself out, but if you touch anything, you're gonna have to answer to old Betsy here. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on out here, you old flea bag. Ain't nothing too dangerous out here. I know, I'll feed you now, you old beggar. Still here, huh? I got my eye on you, so don't try anything funny.
Hi.
What is it?
Do you live here all alone?
No, I got that fatso over there to keep me company, and it suits me fine.
Surviving in the wastes can't be easy.
Take a look around. I got everything I need here, and what I don't have, I go out and find.
So, you're a scavenger?
No, I don't go into places where people live and take their things.
I'm not here to steal anything. I didn't even know you lived here.
Uh-huh.
Where did you find all these things? I haven't seen living trees in the wastes for a long time.
I didn't find it anywhere. It's all mine. I just carted it all out here when I shacked up on this train.
Where did you come from?
That's really none of your business.
What do you know about the Reaper?
The Reaper? I remember hearing some rumors about a guy they were calling the Reaper, way back around the time the plague started. Supposedly there were some burrs that meant he was coming to kill you, but I never ran into him myself. Hadn't thought about that in years, actually. I haven't got time to be looking at your collection of junk, missy.
This is just like the one Mom and Dad used to have. It looks like it's missing the needle, but fixing it wouldn't be too tough. Fits perfectly. That should work now. Your record player's fixed?
Is that right? And what exactly are you expecting from me in return?
Nothing. Look, I'm not here to get something from you. Why I'm here has nothing to do with you.
Well, that's how the world works. Nobody does something good for nothing.
Some people do. I think you've been out here so long, you've forgotten humans can be good once in a while.
This world eats good people for breakfast. I don't know what you're looking for, but I hope you find it. Hey, where did you find that?
Over near Sector 67, do you know anything about it? I noticed the logo on the coin was the same as on this train.
It's the logo for South Coast Transit. They own this railroad along with the public transportation system in the city. That there is a subway token. Before the blast, people would use those to ride the train underneath the city.
Really? I had no idea there was an underground train in the city.
Doesn't surprise me. Almost all the stations collapsed after the blast. There's only one left standing.
Where can I find it?
It's not too far from the quarantine zone. Just head up Roth Avenue and keep your eye out for the Wallies. The station is right next to it. Be careful down there. There's a whole network of tunnels. Don't want you to get lost.
Don't worry. I'm not planning on wandering around any tunnel mazes. it's stuck. Looks like a place you'd put a coin or something. Well, it accepted my token. Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though. Ooh, that was more of a climb than I anticipated. What is this place? I guess this is the Reaper's base of operations. Aha! Just what I thought. They're mechanical.
Ah, Amy Wellard. You found me. I was hoping you would.
How did you...
I realize you probably have many questions. I can give you all the answers you need, but first, allow me to make myself more presentable.
So you are human?
Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting more.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. You told me you were a doctor.
Yes, Dr. Edwin Aquino, at your service. I was once the leader of the Green Lung vaccine development team, but after learning about their vaccine distribution, or lack thereof, that quickly changed.
Hang on, you knew about the vaccine hoarding? Why didn't you tell anyone?
That would have started violent riots. It's not fair to begin a civil war when it would end without a cure for the illness. I wanted to say something. It hurt not to, but the time wasn't right.
You didn't think the people deserved to know?
They do, and they will. But not while we only have a vaccine and not a cure. With a permanent cure, the aristocracy's hoarding becomes irrelevant, and the focus will be on eradicating the disease.
I guess that makes sense. Why the mechanical ravens? What do they do?
Rather clever little inventions, wouldn't you say? They have video transmitters in their eyes and audio transmitters in their beaks. I use them as scouts, since I can control them remotely.
Did you make them?
No, someone else did, a long time ago. In any case, they've served me quite well, at least the ones that haven't broken. I have very few left, which is going to be a problem at some point.
You've been following me with your birds. Why am I of such interest to you?
You did a lottery job for the Ministry of Energy.
That's right. What of it?
You've got the disease. You're fighting to survive. You're clever and resourceful. Exactly what I need.
Exactly what do you need?
After I left the Ministry of Medicine, I began my attempts at developing a permanent cure for green lung. It was a long process, which took over 10 years, but just last month, I had a breakthrough and was able to make this.
Is that?
Yes, this is the cure for green lung. I've been testing it and it seems to work, but I need to be certain. Aside from that, I don't have the information necessary to mass produce the cure, though I suspect Tiberius keeps it somewhere in the Ministry of Energy.
So what is it you need from me?
We're both fugitives, Amy. I can't put myself at risk by going to the places I need to. If I'm killed or captured, my research will have all been for nothing. You can clearly take care of yourself. I saw how you handled things at Rockwall Prison and Willowdale Plaza.
You helped me out both of those times.
I merely provided some assistance. Your survival was your own doing. Now I realize it's a bit much to ask, but your help would be incredibly valuable, not just to me, but to the future of humanity.
It's not really much to ask. I owe you my life, after all.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. The main thing I need is to find out where Tiberius is keeping my research on mass production. At some point, I'll also need a subject to test the cure on, so I can be absolutely sure it works. Do you have any questions?
Why do you dress like that?
Intimidation, mainly. The work I do is not exactly looked upon favorably by the government, so I had to come up with a way to make sure I was left alone. The costume is just to make sure anyone who might happen to see me is scared off.
So you knew of the rumors about the Reaper and decided to become him yourself?
No, I'm the one who started them. Creating the image of death personified seemed a natural deterrent for anyone who might get too close. Thankfully, the rumors seem to have spread rather quickly over the years.
You aren't kidding. There's a whole cult dedicated to worshiping you.
Yes, I know of them. An extreme example, but I can't deny it helps my work.
About your subject, can I try the cure?
I'd like to, but it's far too risky. You are one of my greatest assets right now. If this proves to have any adverse side effects, I'll be without your help. Once I can mass produce this, I won't have to be so careful.
How can we find the mass production information?
Ideally, I could use my ravens to go in and locate it, but I only have 3 working ones left. And as you're well aware, Tiberius's tower is huge. It would take way too long for only 3 ravens to scan the entire place without being detected.
Could I take a look at one of them?
Of course.
Who did you say made these?
A friend in the Ministry of Knowledge, but that was ages ago. I know very little about their design.
It isn't too complex, actually. I can fix them for you, no problem.
You can?
Sure. See this bit here? That's the servo, the part that controls the wings. It's worn out, so I just need to replace it with a new one.
Are those common? Would we be able to find one or more in the city?
Well, I learned about them from working on toy airplanes that my friend had when we were kids. If we could find some, we'd be in business.
I wonder. Yes, excellent. As I suspected, there's a hobby shop which has remained mostly intact further in the city, and I can see that they have several model airplanes.
Great, I'll go get them and fix your ravens in no time.
Yes, but the store is located in the quarantine zone.
So, I have nothing to worry about. I'm already infected.
You contracting green lung isn't my concern. It's how you're going to get back out. The quarantine zone is designed to keep people from escaping.
If I can find a way in, I'll just have to find a way out, won't I?
Fine. While you're there, see if you can bring someone back with you. Someone who has been quarantined will make an ideal subject to test the cure on.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Take this then.
What is it?
A 2-way communicator. They used to call them walkie-talkies. We can use them to stay connected while you're in there.
Can you tell me anything about Tiberius?
Quite a bit. I've known him for a very long time. Since before the bombs, in fact. Was there anything specific you wanted to know?
What was Tiberius like before the bombs?
He was the director of the Ministry of Energy. Of course, back then he wasn't calling himself Tiberius. He was just Julian. After society collapsed, he took the initiative to reform and establish the aristocracy. His love for history led him to adopt the alias of Tiberius, as well as insisting the other aristocrats take the name of ancient Roman emperors.
Why does he wear that awful mask?
Anonymity. He felt government leaders are more respected as an institution rather than as people. I can't deny that this approach works extremely well.
Was he always so evil?
I wouldn't call him that. Manipulative, yes. Ruthless, undoubtedly. But not evil. He suffered immense trauma on the day the bombs fell.
Everyone did. Not all of us had the wealth to recover so easily.
Tiberius lost both his wife and unborn child that day. Wealth or not, that hits a man hard. It left him quite mentally unstable, to be honest. His determination to rebuild society was rooted in trying to cope with his loss. In a way, I felt pity for him. Perhaps too much.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Strange for him to have a soothsayer for an assistant. How is he qualified?
Superstition is a very powerful force. I'm living proof of that. I never had many dealings with the soothsayer, but I believe he came from somewhere outside the city. Tiberius finds comfort in being able to have a channel to the supposed other side. While I don't share his beliefs, I can't particularly fault him for having them.
That's all for now.
Fair enough.
I'll just get to it then.
Good luck, Amy. By the way, that doorway back there will allow you to get up and down the tower much easier than climbing.
Excuse me.
Huh? What do you want?
What is it you're doing out here?
Transporting people into the quarantine zone. What does it look like?
Aren't you worried about getting infected?
Well, considering this is a lottery job, not really.
I need to get inside the quarantine zone.
Huh. You know, I think that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. Why on earth would you want to go into the quarantine zone? There's nothing in there except the sick and dying.
I've got green lung.
Is that so? You look pretty healthy to me.
That may be, but I can assure you I've got it.
Look, my orders are to take people in who are at the terminal phase, and you clearly aren't. So unless you can prove otherwise, my hands are tied. Why are you trying to get in there anyway? If I was you, I would avoid telling anyone I was sick.
I have my reasons.
I'm sure you do.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Hey, doctor?
Yes?
I need proof that I'm dying.
A rather odd request.
Yes, but if I'm going to get into the quarantine zone, I need the gatekeeper to think I'm sick enough.
I may have a plan. I just hope you aren't faint of heart.
Trust me, I'm not.
Good. Go out and see if you can find someone who has recently died of green lung. Then use your communicator to let me know. I should be able to help you further from there.
Okay, but how will I be able to tell if they died of green lung?
Look for green sputum around the body and pustules around the wrists. Those are the two telltale signs.
I'll just get to it then.
Good luck, Amy.
Looks like he's got pustules on his wrists, and there's a small puddle of green goo on the ground next to him. This person was definitely a victim of green lung. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I found our patient.
Excellent. Where is the body located?
In Sector 67, right near that painting.
I'll meet you there shortly.
Poor soul. Hopefully this site will soon be a thing of the past. Step over there if you would, Amy. I need room to work. Here, take this.
A severed arm?
Yes. Notice the pustules around the wrist. Those are the telltale signs of the terminal phase of green lung. With some trickery on your part, you should be able to use this to get into the quarantine zone.
Okay. Thanks. Maybe this will help. Excuse me.
Yeah? What is it?
Take a look at this.
Oh, geez. You weren't kidding. We have to get you inside. Climb up on the cart here and let's get a move on.
This place.
Well, well. Fresh meat.
I beg your pardon?
Welcome to the quarantine zone, honey. Now shut up. Boys.
What are you...
So, this is how things are going to work, okay? My guys are going to search you and take anything we like. Once we do that, you don't follow us or ever talk to us again. Curl up wherever you want and wait until you die. Anything good on her?
Yeah, a crossbow, radio, baseball bat, a piece of metal, and a severed arm?
Huh. It's always the clean ones that are the freaks. Let her keep her little toy. Take the rest.
Let go of me!
Enjoy your stay while you can.
Oh, God. Great. 12 boxes still sealed. These servos will work perfectly.
Amy, not you two.
Gordon? What happened to you?
I didn't give my materials to the rebels. Instead, I took the aristocrats up on their deal for food vouchers. When I got sick, they threw me in here without a second thought. I thought I'd be taken care of. I should have at least tried helping Danton. Maybe we wouldn't be here right now. Maybe my daughter wouldn't be out there alone.
It's okay, Gordon. I'm working to try to get a permanent cure for everyone.
A permanent cure? That can't be possible.
It is. I've seen it.
But even if that was true, we're stuck here. There's no way out.
I'll find a way. I swear.
Well, as a word of warning, stay away from the old supermarket. This lady named Rita hangs out there, and she's bad news.
Thanks for the heads up, but I've already met her.
Just don't go looking for trouble if you can help it.
It's connected to the door. Maybe it's some kind of manual control?
You again? You're really pushing your luck. If you're so eager to die, I can help you with that.
I need to escape from here. Do you know a way out?
Escape? Huh. The only way out of here is through the dead disposal chute. You'll get your chance to escape through there next month. Just be sure you're dead by then. You done asking stupid questions now? Get your ass out of here.
Hey, Gordon?
Yeah?
I think I know how to get us out of here.
What are you talking about?
The dead disposal chute. If we can open it, we can escape that way.
That chute leads down to the incinerator. We'd die before we escape. We might as well just hang ourselves. At least it won't be as painful.
Hear me out. Rita said that they wouldn't be disposing of bodies until next month. Tiberius is not the wasteful type. I doubt he'd allow for the incinerator to be on if it wasn't being used.
I don't know. This still sounds risky.
It is. But if we can help each other out and manage to escape, you'll be able to see Susan again. If not for me, at least try this for your daughter.
Okay, lead on.
Think you can get it open?
No good. It's sealed tight.
What about that button up there?
Of course. I saw them pushing bodies down the chute when I first got here. They pressed that button before opening the door. It's pretty high up there, though. Even if I gave you a boost, I don't think you could reach it.
And there's nothing around we could use to stand on. I think this means I'm going to need to get my crossbow back from Rita.
Need me to help you deal with her?
No, I can settle this on my own.